Now let's start implementing pa3.go. So this is a file upload client, and it needs to connect to the file upload server that Poly has already pre-implemented and set up on the workstation. So your dial API there needs to specify the IP address and port number such that they are exactly the workstation's IP address and port number 12,000. Once it's connected, you prompt the user for the upload file name. Provided the file name, find out first the file size and send the file size as a number in a single line. Now, the file size, how do you get that? Well, there are two ways. Either that you try to exercise your creativity a little bit. Yeah, go back to PA2 and review the APIs accessing files and see if you can find a way to get around. Or, yeah, Google a bit and see if there's a convenient API that gives you the file size quickly. All right. Next, open the file and extract the content of the file, send the file. That should be relatively easy. Server is going to send a message back. So your client here needs to receive that message and then print it out on the screen and close the connection and terminate the program. So once you have implemented the pa3.go, this is how you do the testing. Let me demonstrate. Good. So Polly is in her pa3 folder. Polly has already implemented her pa3.go and compiled it into bytecode. So this is another version of the bytecode Polly has compiled. Well, they're actually identical. And I do have also client 101, server 101. So this is for the demo of the examples. Now let's run pa3.go and see if it connects with the server that's already running. Yeah, you don't have to do anything else about the server. It's already running, so don't worry. Just try your client. Now input a file name you want to upload. And by the way, the server there is expecting a text file. So if you upload a binary, the bytecode like this, or this, or this, it's going to hang. So upload the text file. So the source code is a text file. Let's see. So client101.go here is being sent. And Poly's pa3 figured out a way to find the file size being 509 bytes. Server sends back a message. The client here picks it up and then tells it's 509 bytes received, what the server is sending. So you see up here, yeah, client 101 is exactly size 509. Great, so seems to be working. And it seems that Poly's server is doing the right thing, even though she is also using scanner scan to grab one line at a time. If I count the number of characters on that line, I'm going to be one character short. So what I did there is to, compensate the message length by 1 so that I ended up having the correct number of bytes it receives. So, good. Oh, yeah, another thing that you might need to do is to upload pa3.go to the workstation and make sure that it works there. Yep, Polly did notice that the two terminals are actually identical on the screen. Sorry about misconfiguration with OBS again. So this is to make it up and replace the rest of the video segment. So what I'm showing now are indeed two different terminal 1. All right, terminal 2. Yep, indeed, two different terminals. So we've already worked on how you test the pa3.go you've already implemented on your local machine. Now let's try to upload pa3.go onto the workstation and give it a test there. So let's log in first to the workstation as, how about team 15, cn. All right, so let's see, password. There we go. Now we're logged in. And this is the home directories. Let's create a subdirectory, pa3, because this is where you're going to upload your pa3.go to. So it's currently empty. So now let's upload that the pa3.go you've already implemented. Now, one way is to do it using FileZilla, which I have already introduced, I think, early on in PA1. Here, I'm going to introduce yet another mechanism. If you are now more used to Unix command, what you can do here is to try just do scopy, okay, secure copy of pa3.go to a remote location. Now, the second argument here is going to be a lot longer, but quite similar to the argument you need to use to log into the workstation with SSH. So we start with the username and the workstation IP or the workstation's name, which, by the way, you might have noticed the name is nslab1.ee.ntu.edu.tw. Now, after you have the username and the IP address, use column here to separate user machine from the path and file name. So the path will be the home directory of user team cn-team15. And we just created the subdirectory pa3. Now this is all we need to do. pa3.go here will be copied to this user and at this machine and a particular path. So underneath the pa3 over here, we should see a file called pa3.go being generated. So let's hit return here. It prompts for password, so let's give it the password. There we go. And we come over here and see if it's there. It's right there. Okay, so the rest is straightforward. You just do go run pa3.go to test. Yep, it's working. So let's just upload the code itself and see. All right, Poly's pa3.go is 1056 bytes long. Okay, so the server says 1056 bytes received. And that's all you need to do to make sure that your pa3.go works also on the workstation. Now, if there are messages coming back from the compiler, then you will have to debug it a little bit here before you can be comfortable leaving the workstation. So that's, I think, part 6.